The union between white men with power and Black women with education is what America actually needs in order to finally heal. And the only obstacle standing in the way of this union is the beauty standard. And when you think about it and look at the media basically polarizes white men and Black women to be on opposite ends of the political spectrum and the social hierarchy.
Okay, okay. I meet countless and countless Black women who are building a case. They're building a historical case. They are building a political case. They're building a moral case. They're building a socioeconomic case as to why swirling or interracial relationships is the way up or way out for America, or just for Black women collectively, or just for mankind. I've yet to see white men take this stance. I have yet to see white men go this hard in the paint for the same idea. It's only Black women I see doing this. I don't see the collective of white men coming together, banding together, creating whole movements to talk about why their intermarriage with Black women is what they need to heal their communities and their country. Let's just assume what you said is true. Well, who created the beauty standard in the West? In a Western society, in a European society set up by Europeans, by their ancestors, for the descendants, who is responsible for the beauty standard?
You know, I often say that I'm not pro-Black man, I'm not pro-Black woman, I'm pro-Black family. I'm for our people. Now, slavery, Jim Crow, black codes, social engineering, conditioning, trauma, all of these things have played a part in destroying the psyche of a lot of foundational Black Americans, colonialism of other Black people in other places coming from Africa, the Caribbean. There's a lot of self-hate, man. There's a lot of self-hate. And I often come online, before I changed my content, I was doing mainly Black family content. And I would talk about us committing verbal genocide on each other every day. We would come online, you had the red pill, the black pill, the pink pill, gender war, just destroying each other before the world, and everybody can see it. Right? I'm not making up nothing. We saw it. I'll be on panels trying to defend Black women against Black men, trying to defend Black men against Black women. And I just bowed out and got out the way. But a large portion of our people, they see safety in other people outside of us, because we're traumatized by each other on many different levels, right? And you hear him say it. You see a sister with a white man or Asian man or something, she'll come online and just totally berate and destroy Black men. You'll see a Black man, he'll have this W woman and he'll hold her up as a badge of honor, like I've arrived, as if they just the greatest thing ever, right? And say all kinds of disparaging things about Black women. Well, now you have this W man, and he's online saying that he's in an interracial relationship with a Black woman. And when he goes out with this Black woman, he gets all kinds of stares and mean mugs from Black men. So now he's encouraging W men that's in relationships with Black women to get a firearm and arm themselves against Black men. He's encouraging W men to do this. Now, a lot of the pink pill women, they're on board with this and they agree with this man.
If you're a white man dating Black women in this country right now, your life is in danger. The reason why no one is ever talking about this is, one, because it's the least common dating dynamic and racially, and two, because the only people who feel like they have the platform to talk about it are Black women. But I believe I have the platform to talk about anything I want, so I will. If you're like me and you date Black women, you need to have a firearm on you at all times. You need to have a concealed carry with you at all times. The reason I say this is because when I bring a Black woman with me in public, I can't tell you how many times I've been threatened. I've had Black men attempt to intimidate me, attempt to stare me down, and act completely inappropriate and violent towards me just because I have a Black woman with me.
Now, this is the issue, because I tell all my subscribers, we do not deal in emotions. We listen and then we respond. So the problem is not what he said. Listen to me, no emotion. The problem is not what he said. It's the mindset that made him believe it was okay to say it before he even blurted it out. See, before he even opened his mouth and those words came out, there was something inside of him that made him really believe that it was okay to even talk that way, right? Where does this man come from? Who is he, right? Who are the people that he's around? Who's raising this man? Who is the black woman that's even dating this man? Because I'm telling you, a lot of our people are so broken and broken down. We're so traumatized by each other. We don't even understand the hands of W supremacy and how it works on all areas of activities in life. We don't understand what Dr. Nellie Fuller Jr. taught us. We don't understand what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing taught us, right? They don't understand that history and how they control all activities in life. And they condition you to look at your people through the same stereotypical lens that they look at you through. And you have a hatred for your people. You coming up in communities where you had to go outside of yourself to get all your essential needs. So you subconsciously, you feel subordinate to these people, right? The mouth that you give back to your husband and the mouth you give back to, or the disrespect that you give to your black wife, you get with them other people, you don't even do that with them. Right? And the proof of it is, listen to this black woman that's in an interracial relationship with this W man. Listen to how, and it's no disrespect to her, but I'm drawing a parallel on the point of what she's going to say in this video. I want y'all to pay attention.
I think being a black woman and being with you as a white man, that really exacerbated my feeling of having to be on all the time, because I've only been with black men, really. The men that I grew up with, even if I didn't date them, they were a certain type of guy, like a tough guy. Yeah. You know, a hard guy. What'd you say to me, bitch? Kind of guy. Because you're not like that. I felt like I had to adopt those hyper masculine traits, and that put me in a place where I felt like I had to be hard for myself, for my own protection, because you weren't hard to the world. And that wasn't something that computed to me. And I think that being with you made me feel like I had to be even more hard, because it's like, you're not going to notice when I walk into a place and I'm getting looks because I'm black, or you might not notice all the microaggressions.
Over time, that's something I'm definitely aware of, and making sure that you feel comfortable in those situations. And if, you know, we need to leave, or if we need to get out of a situation because you're feeling uncomfortable, like, I'm totally open to that. Just being more aware in that sense. That took some time.
Now again, date who you want to date. That's you know, that's up to you. My issue with what this sister said was, she only used to dating black men, and she used to these hard, strong, and what you say be, and so she's putting out to the world that dating this, because he was none of that, right? He was none of that kind of stuff. So she had to feel like she had to be like that. So dating black men, we just hyper masculine, hyper aggressive, hyper all this. Like, you're playing all the stereotypes to this W man. Like, I'm not dealing with the emotions. I'm listening to what you're saying, sister. So there's no black men that's mild mannered, that's very calm, or you didn't want those kind of men, right? And the black man, but you went and got it in the W man, right? When the W man has the history of being overly aggressive and overly this and overly that. Like, why do we do that to ourselves, right? So that tells me that she has some form of trauma coming from a black man as the reason why she went over there to that W, based off of what she was explaining to him. And then going into saying, I got to be this aggressive because I might get these certain looks. But you started off saying you was used to dealing with black men in a certain way, right? Then you have, so I'm showing you why this W man feels emboldened to make the statement that he made, because you got the sister talking like that. But then you got the brothers talking like this online. Whereas though he's not wrong in what he's saying, but this is the psychology of the way that we deal with each other. Check it out.
Black women have two different filtering systems with how they view interracial relationships. So when Kamala Harris, married to a white man, when Kamala Harris ran, most black women, that was never on their radar. They didn't even care. They were so focused on supporting her and believing because she went to HBCU, that counts, that the idea of she being dismissed because of who her spouse was with, that wasn't even the furthest thing from their mind. They were actually willing to call out other black people's blackness if if they didn't support a black, so-called black woman that was married to a white man with white stepchildren. If Barack Obama had ran and his wife was white, would he have gotten that much support from the black community and specifically black women? That's not unusual. You'll see it with Eve, Serena Williams, Meghan Markle, you name it. A lot of them don't even view it as neutral. They're actually excited, supportive. And then when it comes to black men, especially men with money, men that they want, and even some men that they never did want, they will now have all this energy that they don't have for those ladies. And many of these men have never said anything disparaging about black women.
So what I'm saying is, I don't fully disagree with what the brother said, because I did a video saying that if Obama had a W wife, well, black women would have voted for him the same way they went out in droves to vote for Kamala Harris, even though she had a W husband. But we always talking about racism and W supremacy, right? But this is the social engineering that they've done to our brains. I've been teaching this stuff for years, man. I've been teaching this stuff for years. They play mind control on our people, and they know that we do everything off emotion, right? And they give you symbology, and we jump right to it. I don't, right? I seen that off rip. I said, wait a minute, who does she pillow talk with a W man every night, right? Whether you want to call her black or say she ain't black, she pillow talking with the people from the other side, right? We've never had a authentic black president ever, a foundational black American whose people is from the soil. We've never had that, right? But again, getting back on track to why that boy said that. Why did he feel emboldened? We're not dealing with why he said it. We dealing with what was inside of him to make him believe it was okay for him to say that. Because you got people that talk like this, but thank God you got sisters, beautiful sisters, that's checking these other sisters.
White man, just because of y'all. Just because of y'all. My color. I'm gonna end up with a white man just because of y'all. Someone that appreciates the melanin, the capital M, and the silent A. Someone that appreciates the melanoma. Because you guys are clearly not it. I gave y'all a chance on Facebook, but you blew it.
See, this is the level of delusion that I really aspire to have. I'm just playing. I don't even want to be this deluded in my mind, but this conversation goes past the whole divesting. That's not even an issue in this conversation. This conversation is not going to be about divesting. I'm going to save that for another topic. We got to talk about something serious right here. We got to be real when it comes to us as black. When I say that black women are not a monolith, we are not a monolith, meaning morally, you know, it behaviorally, spiritually, everything. We are not all the same. We were not all raised the same. We do not all speak the same. We do not all look the same. A lot of black women, when it comes to divesting and when it comes to dating white men, as if other races of men don't exist, but when it comes to dating white men, we all want to chase after the old black women are exotic, white men will give us this luxurious, soft lifestyle. And that may be true for some black women. However, it's not all black women. And this video right here shows you how a lot of black women just don't know their place. I can almost guarantee you it's not a white man walking, not a high-value white man walking, that is checking for this bitch. A high-value black man isn't even checking for her. I'm pretty sure even the most bottom of the bear ain't even checking for her. This type of bit, whatever she can. This is.
And again, shout out to that sister for taking a stand. But they even having these issues over there in London where you having beautiful sisters standing up and saying, yo, stop thinking that these people they're pandering to you because they know that you're weak, they know that you're traumatized, and you just look at us as something greater than yourself and your own people. So you'll surrender everything over to a bottom shelf Brad who couldn't make it amongst his own people, right? When he come here, he's top tier to you. Black men do the same thing. You can't wait to throw your nose in that W cooch or that W Hispanic cooch, right? And then you look at them as something greater than your own people because you're traumatized. And you look at whatever things happen with you, that's just all of our people. And you actually enforce the stereotypes on your own people that they enforce on us. You enforce them yourself.
If you've dated white guys, please let me know in the comments if this is what you've experienced as well. I feel like a lot of black women have experienced racism or, you know, joked about comments that white men have made about black women, but yet they disguise it as a joke or disguise it as a way to make us feel good about ourselves, but really it's a backhand compliment. I've been on dates with white men. The things that I've heard are typical black girl, but saying it in a way of, you know, it's endearing, it's supposed to mean something like nice. I don't know. I've heard that black girls kiss better than white girls. Why are you doing this? I'm on a date with you. Why are you saying this? I'm hearing you're running on black people time. If I don't bring up your race, why are you bringing up mine? I'm hearing, oh, you know, you're so black I can't see you at night. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, when a white man gets with a black woman, and quote me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm going, by the way, after the dates with white men, yeah, I feel like they feel so comfortable that they're able to just say what they want to say. And I feel like sometimes they don't realize it just comes off so horrible. Like, it's like, what are you doing? It's like when a black man dates a white woman and he starts slating black women. You don't need to slate your white girls because you look crazy. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but from what I've realized, white men be acting a fool when they're with black women and saying things they should not be saying. Or they think it's okay. They think it's hella okay to say these things, and they look at us crazy for thinking that it's a problem. And then some of them are like, oh, teach me, baby. Go ahead.
To my sisters, yes, my sisters, that fell for that trope of that white man who got on this app, mind you, and said that my beautiful black queens, essentially, you know, when a black man sees us, a white king and a beautiful black queen together, we need to be carrying firearms because they hate our love, and y'all are co-signing with that bullshit. You are the ancestors that Harriet should have pow on sight. Because why are y'all all cooning? COONING out in those comments. As I would figure y'all would. It just doesn't make sense the way y'all are COONING out in them comments over that white man. But let it have been a white woman, which, you know, mind you, I think I saw that similar that same take before on this here app. Let it have been a white woman say that type of rhetoric that white man said. Black men would not be wanting to protect us whatsoever. So what's so good about that comment that white man made? I want to know. Jesus, if you are ready to take on the rapture, we are ready right now.
And see, I agree 100%. This whole thing is crazy. The whole thing is crazy, right? If that was a W woman that said that she needed to keep a firearm in her purse for black women, those black women would have went crazy all over online. It'd have been a big issue. But when a W man went up there and said that about a black man, a lot of y'all divestors didn't have a problem with that. But that goes with, it's the sickness. A lot of our people suffer from crackatosis, acute W affinity syndrome, right? Yes, we suffer. A lot of our people suffer from this. And we see, no matter how much we come on here and we talk black power and we talk unity and foundational black Americans and we got to do this. You see the Africans talking this African stuff and kept, man, a lot of y'all can't wait to get up under some W folks. As soon as W folks come around, you start tucking in your shirt, sitting up in your seat, pulling your pants up. When your homies or your homegirls get too loud, you telling them, shh, be quiet. You on your best behavior around them W's. And they know it. They see you. You start code switching. You start talking in a manner. I'm like, well, damn, man, I didn't know you talk like that, right? You start doing all that. They already know it. They know what they've done to you psychologically. They know that subconsciously, not consciously, subconsciously, in your recordings from your trauma. They know that you believe their water is colder. They know this already. And they operate from that privilege. They operate from that privilege. This is where you call W privilege. It's not just in the physical, it's in the mental mindset of a lot of our people too. We surrender the privilege right over there to them. Because the very obedience that you don't give each other the relationship, when you get in them interracial joints, you surrender it right on over there because you think you subconsciously you think that they're greater. You can't wait. I can't wait to get the F out of here syndrome. You can't wait to get away from your people. As soon as you get some money, pew, you gone. You right over there with them folks. But that would be the first one screaming racism. And this is why he feels emboldened to say what he said. That's why. But if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.